which is an oxymoron because I'm also in a prison. It makes me sick, it makes me sick, it makes me sick, it makes me sick. At the same time, I want you to have it. I want you to have it. If you want it, go grab it. I'm not a socialist. I don't know how to share my time. Though I'll share my art with everyone. Well, I'll just give it away, really. I'm not sharing it, I'm giving it away. Cause it's still mine, but you can have it too, son. I don't even consider it sharing, really. Mainly because, like, I feel so closed off. Like, so I talk about being free. So I'm free because I'm in a prison. I guarantee you that anybody that's actually in prison right now is 1,000 times more free than everybody outside of it staring at their phone. Okay? Because we find stuff in our material world to enslave us. We find stuff in our material world to turn us into prisoners. So I would say that the more that you have that's like, it seems to be hindering you, what you'll develop is neuroplasticity and you'll be able to like overcome that. So there's a lot of shit that people do in prison. That's why so many of them become Christians. Because, I mean, yeah, just read the Bible, right? How is that prison anymore? You know? You become a Christian, you get saved in prison, and you can just help a bunch of other prisoners. I mean, that's like a wet dream for me. Maybe I should do something crazy and go to... Actually, no, women. Fuck women. I don't want to be around women. But, you know, I could just say I'm trans. Then I get raped. Anyway, I don't want that. Anyway. We talk about things nonchalantly that people are gonna say make us very insensitive and cold. I would say that you're the insensitive, cold one if you can't take a joke or understand hyperbole. I would say that you're just stupid or emotionally challenged, baby. You're a baby, you're a baby, you're a little baby. You could be a baby at any age here in America, ha 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 ha. In America, ha 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 ha. We love the immature because we can make so much money off of it. See women again. ideas about themselves and not just beauty standards. You know, if morality's out, and that's not just true of women either, okay? But if morality's out, then that means that they can easily replace morality with any motherfucking thing and say, hey, if you don't believe this or you don't condemn these people, then you're not an upstanding citizen. In a country that's never believed in morals, in a country that's never had standards. If they did, we wouldn't be where we are now. And you can blame the government, you can blame the Jews. It's easy to do. It's easy to do. But I blame the people. I blame the people. I blame the people, even though you know they're sheeple. They don't want to be the slightest bit conscious. That's why they fight ever knowing this. 'Cause if they knew this, they'd realize that the things that they choose will make them lose, will make them lose, will make them lose, guaranteed every time. But if they're not conscious, then they can't say that they choose to do this. So I've been thinking more and more about what I said a couple days ago in a video about sex addiction. It has to do with ego, it has to do with self-confidence and control. So for a lot of people, with sex in particular, it feeds their narcissism. But that's just true of everything. I think that anything that you get addicted to feeds the narcissism, which is why it makes you delusional, and then you feel like you can't live with it, you can't live without it. And so, and it does change the brain. Because just thinking about it gets you excited. Not just sex, anything. Substances, stealing. I used to steal shit. I used to just get excited thinking about it. I used to get excited spending money. Compulsively spending money. So whether it was blowing cash, shoplifting, drinking a lot. I mean, even smoking weed, that was a compulsion too. I don't like to lump weed in the same category because I think it's a little different. But, I mean, it still affected the same part of my brain. Yeah, I can do the same thing with masturbating, too. I'll think about doing it, and then, like, I feel like I have to do it. I don't ever have to do anything. All you have to do is tell yourself, no. We're not doing that. Because some days I'm better at that than others. But it's like, so say you have a thought that you don't want to have about something that you know you shouldn't be doing. It's like, just wait. Just wait, right? Just wait. But the way that obsessive compulsive, that nature, it's like we tell ourselves that we can't say no to it. We tell ourselves like, we're going to obsess, we're going to obsess. And that's the problem with it. You need to confront that head on. Say, no, that's a fucking lie, dude. That's a lie. I don't need to do this. I don't need to go there. I don't need to sleep with that person. That's really hard, though, isn't it?